Hi guys, Ben here, and in today's video I want to talk about marketing with the whole COVID-19 corona crisis. Now, I know the marketing industry has been hit pretty hard with the current crisis. A lot of people are making knee-jerk reactions, trying to cut budgets, and they're just trying to save all the money they can. People don't know how long this is going to last. They're worried about their businesses, and they're just trying to cut costs. And I want to talk about some of the marketing implications of that, some of the things that people could be doing better with their marketing at the moment, and just basically trying to put a different perspective on this for businesses. So firstly, people need to remember that everything has changed at the moment. People are on lockdown, people are at home, but social media sites, for example, their traffic is absolutely soaring. People are at home, people are on social a lot more. People are trying to stay up to date on the latest COVID news, but also, their search behaviours change and they can't just go to the high street and shop. People are going online to shop. People are consuming a lot more social media, which means that there is a lot more chance to advertise to your target market, to get to people. People are still spending money. And I think at the moment, the knee-jerk reaction is just to pause all marketing activity. But I think for some or a lot of businesses, that's a bad move. I think these changes in buying behaviour and search behaviour actually present a lot of businesses with a really big opportunity. Even at the moment, if you're not currently able to sell to your target market, you can still generate a hell of a lot of goodwill. You can still get to your target market with help, advice, thought leadership pieces. You can deliver content to them. You can generate links. All of the press, they're looking for news related around COVID. If you can find a different way of doing things, different way of educating, something that's related but a good news story, there's a high chance that you can get that posted and published. You can get links back to your site. There's a lot of opportunities wrapped up in this chaos and panic. And I think the most important thing businesses need to do is take a breath. We're not even but a few weeks into this as this video is going out. People are panicking, furloughing people before they need to. They're just stopping all activity. But I truly believe the people that will actually do better, the businesses that will rise through this, are in a few different camps. They're the camps that are not going to stop marketing. In fact, they're actually going to ramp it up. And they're going to just use this as a chance to get in front of a lot more of the market. So when people in that market, for example, start buying again, they're forefront, they're going to win. At the moment, the marketing for businesses that aren't doing too well, it's about positioning yourself in a really good position of strength so that when this is over, you are ready to fire on all cylinders and take over your market. Because if you just go in a hibernation mode and you cut everything, you stop everything, you've got that momentum. You've lost all of that momentum. You're going to come out the other end in a weakened state and have to try and build that momentum up. And that is when a lot of businesses are going to go to the wall. It's not during this, it's at the end of it where they start to try and get going again and they just will not be able to generate the momentum because the people that have capitalized in this period will win. So there's a couple of different camps here. You've got businesses that are currently doing really, really well. I mean, I'm speaking to business owners and they can hardly keep up with demands in certain areas. You've also got businesses that could be doing well, but they're not set up for remote working. So they're scrabbling, they're buying laptops, they're trying to get their technology to catch up. Now, this is a position that people shouldn't be in if they've been looking at their disaster recovery planning, which I keep preaching to people is really important. And it's only at times like this people realise just how important, because it means that, for example, my marketing agency, it has made no difference to us operationally. We can still run the same, we can still do all of the work the same. Our employees are absolutely fine because our systems, processes, our technology and our people are all set up for it, which gives us a massive advantage over our competition. The problem is our clients, not all of them are set up, so they are scrabbling and some of them are seeing the effect, which is to be understood. So you've got the first section of people that don't need to be in this position, they're trying to catch up. Then they can take advantage of this situation and start marketing and pushing through properly to their prospects. But you've also got the last demographic, which is the people that are, restaurants and places like this that, are severely hit. And some people can't do anything about this. But for example, restaurants, at the moment, if you deliver food, you can still continue to run. Why are more restaurants not turning into takeaways? Why aren't they using Just Eat? Why aren't they using delivery? Because then they could still run. They would need to adapt their business. But I believe that, we're going to be in this situation for 3, maybe even 6 months. And the problem with that is going to hibernation mode for 3 to 6 months, that alone will kill a lot of businesses. So now's the time to go, okay, how do we adapt and put ourselves in a position that we can better service our customers, continue to run, and even when it's over and we go back to being a restaurant, we've still got this new business here that we've just built. So in actual fact, we can continue to grow in all of this. But it relies on smart marketing. And I understand some people need to mothball everything. They can't do anything. But actually, that's very few. A lot of people can just carry on. A lot of people need to market harder to cut through the noise. You think there's a lot of traditional high street retailers that are now, the high street shut, so they're pouring all of their money into digital, which is pushing all of the ad spend costs up because there's a lot more people involved in the online auctions. So what's happening is if people just try and mothball and try and coast, you're going to go backwards because with more competition coming into the marketplace, it becomes saturated. And if you're not at the top of your game, you're just going to get pushed out by these, traditional high street retailers with their big budgets. So it involves, kind of smarter marketing, basically looking at how you're going to get through this, because I don't believe for most businesses just mothballing and leaving it at that is going to be good enough. You need to find a way that you can cut through, and if you can't kind of cut through the noise and get to your target market now and sell to them, just market harder to make that happen so you stay unaffected, then you need to pivot your marketing slightly so that you're able to almost build up this database of people, this collection of people, get to these people now with something, and stay in front of them so that when we do come out the other side of this, you're in a position of strength, you can market and sell into them quicker and capitalize on it. Because believe me, if you just mothball and you just cut your marketing and you try and coast and you try and ride it out, unless you've got very big pockets, you are going to be in trouble come the end of this. It is going to be very much, I believe, adapt or your business is going to die. And, unless you've got very big coffers, I think, unfortunately, we are going to see that over the next 3 to 6 months, a lot of businesses going to the wall. So instead of just cutting your marketing, look at what's happening with the search trends, look at what's changing around the peripherals of your business and see how you can kind of pivot more into those spaces rather than just doing what you always have done. So I'd love to know what you're currently doing to adapt your marketing. Are you putting it all on hold and just waiting for this to all be over? Or are you pivoting, adapting, or are you now just really coming on hard so that you can kind of be in that position of strength when this is done? I'd love to know, so let me know in the comments below.